Hello, you fuckwits. Welcome back to... Oh, wait, what the fuck was this?
Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland.
Ah, thank you, my good friend. Mwah, I love you so much.
Forget about it?
Shut the fuck up, sorry. No, let's keep going. Don't fucking stop right now. Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland. Thank you, my good friend. Smooch. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
You really forgot about it.
I suppose I did forget. I did remember the word mosaics, but then after that, I just forgot.
Maybe we should join the change name because this is too long.
No, shut the fuck up.
I still think it's too long. I hate this title.
Fuck you.
Now it's a brand name. It's going to screw this. It's going to screw us forever. It's a curse.
Oh, brother.
Oh.
You might as well live with it then.
No, I don't want to live with a curse. I want to break this curse if any possible. Okay. Anyway.
Okay, sure. Anyways, welcome back to Mosaics of Eastern Wonderland, Episode 2. Today, we will be talking about another Toho doujin. Actually, we're going to talk about 4 Toho doujins by the doujin artist Zonose, or as some of you may know him, Yakumi Sarai. Now, these 4 doujins have a specific focus. They focus on the Tengu, Aya, Hatate, and Momiji. The first one we'll be talking about is technically his second book ever published as a doujin for the Toho, the Toho doujin scene, called Hunting Dogs Fangs. So first
Jordan.
of all, I would like to. What do you say?
Yeah, I want, and I've been thinking, is Thomas a man or a woman? I know you told me you have no idea, but this question is in my mind for a while, especially right now since we are doing doujins about it. It's
that is
doujin.
a good question. Who is Zonose? We don't know. Ooh.
Is Zonose a man or woman?
I don't know. Judging by what is being said in the wiki, it seems to... Oh, wait.
It's a man. Yeah, I see it. It's a male. Apparently, he's a male. He's a man.
I suppose.
Okay, now...
Oh, yeah, it is a man.
Yeah, so the mystery solved. Okay, then we can move on.
Oh, shit. I just realized I've actually said his real name wrong.
What?
It's not Yakumi Sarai, it's Yakumi Sarai.
Yeah, Yakumi
There's
Sarai.
no mo, there's a me. Yakumi, there's a me.
Yakumi Sarai.
I feel like a fucking idiot. This is a terrible episode. We're all gonna sink and die. Let's keep going. Let's see how far this fucking Titanic...
Yeah, we're going to talk about 4 doujins.
Yeah, boy. And as I've mentioned before, the first one is Hunting Dogs Fangs. So... what is there to say first?
Okay. Hunting Dogs Fans. Basically, wait, who's going to do the plot synopsis? Am I going to do it?
I suppose I can do it.
Wait, I can do it.
It's a bit of a confusing...
Let me do it.
Okay, then.
Let me do it. I don't think Hunting Dogs Fans story is that confusing. Do you think it's confusing? I don't think it's that confusing.
No, the theme. Or
I don't think the theme is confusing. I can explain with pinpoint. Well, how should I say? No, pinpoint accuracy is not a term. Well, I can explain it very well. Watch me, Jordan. Basically, it's a story about a girl. No, a yokai trying to not be a normie, but at the same time she cannot do it. She doesn't want to be a normie, but at the same time she cannot live the normie life. That's basically Hunting Dogs Fan. Yeah, that's really what I see. That's really how I see the story. Because
I mean, I suppose I was thinking about it in more artistic, intent.
I think
yes, your explanation is basically correct. Okay.
And I don't think it's a joke. I'm not saying it in a jokish a bit, but for serious standpoint, it's really about Momiji. It focused on Momiji, the white wolf Tengu, and she just doesn't like her clan. She doesn't like her clan. She doesn't like her life, and she looks like the wolf. The how should I call it? Like the wolf with the wild.
The wolf.
Wild wolves. Those wild wolves. And she just
doesn't look at
adores
all the wild wolves. She looks at one specific wolf.
And she adores that wolf, and she wants to live more like the wolf. So she wants maybe she wants to have a more free form life, or maybe more cannibalistic. How should I say, more feral?
More free, more feral, more wild.
Yeah, more wild.
Outside the rules.
Yeah, some life like that, and she just doesn't like her current life, and because the current life is just too normie.
It's too civilized. Ugh, so boring.
No, it's not civilized.
It's all political. It's all political.
Well, yeah, it's trying to like have putting a mask in front of people.
Yep.
Yeah, it's trying to act good, trying to act kind, and then basically putting another face.
Mm-hmm. That is
yeah,
and
then
that is
talking with sweet words, with the sweet and always talking in sweet and honey words. She doesn't want that. She doesn't want that kind of life. Yeah, she wants a more wild life.
She's a wild girl, isn't she?
But she just cannot. She wants to. She wants that kind of life, but she cannot do it. She cannot do it.
She can't deal with the wolf. The wolf.
Wow.
Dude, do you know how long it took me to actually get to that fucking conclusion?
What do you mean?
No, it took. This is one of the few Zonose doujins that doesn't really say it to you in your face what it really is about. It's a bit confusing for me.
I get it the first time, actually.
Narrative-wise. I literally had to pace around my room for an entire hour thinking about what each thing represents just to immediately conclude, fuck it. And I just sat down. Because I literally had like quite a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to this. But you basically summarized it pretty well.
I see.
But do you still want to hear
I actually like this story because
it is a good story, yeah.
Because I kind of like see in me Momiji struggle in myself a bit. Like I used to, I don't know, maybe I tried to stay away from the more normal life and try to be in some unusual lifestyle, and I cannot do it. I don't know. I feel like I relate to this. I relate to this a bit.
Yep. You relate to this Chunibyo, like, you know.
Is it Chungi? I think it's very serious.
It is not very.
It's a very serious story.
At all. That was a joke. That was like a sarcastic joke.
Oh.
Don't take that seriously. Come on, man.
Okay. Okay. So, do you have anything to say about this story?
It is, oddly enough, one of the deeper stories. One of his...
Really?
No, he has other super deep stories, but this one struck me because it took me quite a while to actually decode some of the stuff.
I can get this story pretty fast. I have seen more confusing stories.
You can get it very easily, but after you start thinking about all the other stuff the other characters talk about, it gets a bit confusing. And it takes a while before you connect everything.
Really? Any examples? Or can you have any examples on top of your head?
There was a part where Nitori and Hina do appear, like the second time they appear.
Yeah.
There was a part where Hina does say something about, don't you think Momiji is too resigned to being a wolf Tengu or something like that?
I get that.
And I literally sat down and just started thinking, how the fuck does that fit in with everything else? Because remember, Momiji doesn't like being in this I suppose, new kind of White Wolf Tengu society. The one where it's not very bestial. It's not about strength or anything. It's just about sweet nothings and shit. She doesn't like it. But what are they trying to imply here? She's too resigned to being a White Wolf, Wolf Tengu. And I didn't know what the heck this was about at all.
It's about Momizi trying to not live a normie life. They think that the normie life doesn't suit Momizi. That's how I see it.
That is a pretty... How the fuck did I not come to that conclusion? The idea that
How do I know?
No. How did I not come to that alternative interpretation? There are many ways to I believe there are many ways to interpret this story. How did I not come to that interpretation? The interpretation that they pity Momiji, and they think she does not fit in with the Wolf Tengu society at this point in time. And what does the wolf, as we already said, the wolf represents a wildness, a sort of freedom to her. And as you've noticed, she always looks at the white wolf. Let's call it the white wolf, because the wolf is colored, I guess, shaded white, right?
I thought it's gray.
Is it gray or white?
It's gray. Who cares? Just call
I
it
don't
white
know.
wolf.
The other wolves are gray. This one is. I remember this one is usually just not shaded at all. It's almost.
I remember it has one eye. It only has one eye.
It has
That's
one
what
eye.
I remember.
That's the one.
That's what I remember.
So I was thinking, the white wolf. She always sees the white wolf from a distance.
Yeah.
This is basically just just implying that she strives for that freedom. She respects the white wolf.
Yeah.
When she introduces the white wolf, she says it is above something like stands above the pack, noble in its tenacity. Those are some pretty respectable words. She respects it very much. It is noble. It stands above its pack, or something like that. But when she meets it for the first time, how does she meet it? What is the context? Do you remember what the context is?
No.
The context is she hunts a wild boar, and she hunts it for so long, she accidentally trespasses its territory.
Oh,
this is very important.
Dude, that's later in the story. Isn't that later in the story?
That's what I was talking about.
And then she has a fight with a pack of wolves.
Yes.
But you're saying they are meeting for the first time. That isn't true.
No, like actually meeting face to face, not looking at it from a distance.
Face to face for the first time. Yeah.
All this time, the doujin seems to imply that she has never actually seen it face to face. She has only ever seen it through her eyes. Her eyes are able to see super far away, and she always sees it, always looks at it, but she has never actually met it.
Really? I thought she always see.
That's what the doujin seems to imply.
Wait, whoa! What? I thought that she always see the wolf in the distance.
Yes, that is what's happening every time you see the wolf before she meets it for the first time.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I agree with your interpretation.
Right? Yeah, it's not like the wolf
interpretation.
So, here is the context of how she meets it for the first time. She hunts a boar. She hunts it so far that she enters their territory without her noticing. That's very important. Blah blah blah. She fights off some of the wolves, and then the white wolf comes. This is the part where I think is very... No, this part is, of course, the climax. But I think there's a lot of thematic and, I guess, metaphorical stuff you can really look into. The wolf, as we said before, represents wildness. It represents a wildness that Momiji wants to look at, wants to become. However, all this time, she has seen this wildness, this freedom, from the distance. When she meets the white wolf for the first time, this is where she is hit with reality. This is how wild stuff can be. This is pure, unfettered, no rules, freedom. And it shocks her. It makes her cry. Remember, when she introduces the white wolf, she says a lot of stuff. Blah, 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 stands above the pack, noble in its tenacity, know this, know that, know this, blah, blah, blah. Its only existence, its only reason for existence is to hunt prey and stuff. When she meets it again, for the first time, when she meets it for the first time, one thing two things actually. Sorry, two things are redacted, basically taken out from that first introduction. She basically introduces it again with the same introductory text. The first is the first part. Stands above the pack, noble in its tenacity. She has lost respect for the white wolf in that moment. Because she has come to realize that the other parts of her introductory text are technically very horrifying, actually. The white wolf has no mercy. The white wolf is just a killing machine by the sounds of it. And at the end of this introductory text, in the first introductory text, she questions whether or not the white wolf Tengu were like this before. Were they all bestial? Were they all wild? Were they all free? But when she meets it for the first time, face to face, she doesn't say that. Instead, she says this is something she will never be. She has no capacity of being something as wild as this. First of all, this is very thematically important because it's basically her confronting, again, as I said before, reality. Confronting the reality that this is what anarchy looks. I'm just saying using random words. This is like a word salad by this point. This is what freedom looks like. It is merciless. She is caught in the middle of it, and she's torn apart by the looks of it. She cries the fact that she has to literally face the white wolf. And then she kills the white wolf.
Oh,
She kills that part of her. She technically kills the wild part of her. That's the part where she realizes she cannot live the wild life. She has to be, she is already in a society. She has to live a normie life. Now,
wow. I don't see that deep actually. How the way you explain it, I actually don't see it.
What the fuck?
What? What did you say?
What the fuck?
I mean,
I was just saying that.
I don't think that deep. I don't think the story is that deep. I just think that, well, okay, she doesn't like her. She doesn't like. Okay, she doesn't like her normie life. She doesn't like the way her clan currently lives, and she wished to be like the white wolf. And then,
well, no, the way you came to that conclusion is a little more surface level. I came to the conclusion literally just by actually trying to analyze what the fuck everything means, like interpretive wise.
No. Like, okay, the difference is you think Momizi cannot choose this life, is it? She cannot choose this life.
No.
She will like.
I suppose the irony is that she wants to, but she cannot. Because
no, that's not how I see it. That's not how I see it. I see that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
there are other interpretations.
There's very slight. It's a kind of a slight difference. Okay, let me think. How should I make it into words? Okay, let me think. I need to calm down first. She likes. She has to fight the wolf.
She wants to be like the white wolf, but when she meets the white wolf, why does she cry? I interpreted it to be very just an emotional idea that
I just don't remember it. There's a slight difference. I remember. Okay, she wants to be a normie. She have a normie life. She doesn't want to be a normie. She hates a normie life, but at the same time, damn it! It just something just blank in my head. Now I'm just very mad. It's just blank in my head. I don't know how to put it into words.
Come on, man. Oh, come on, man.
Let me see. Let me see if I've written any notes. Okay.
Can I continue my point?
Yes. To continue for the audience, and I see how should I deal with it.
I don't know. I swear to God, you're gonna fucking interrupt, and I'm gonna be so mad.
Go on.
So after she kills the white wolf, she meets Aya. Aya taunts her a bit, blah blah blah. All that stuff happens, but she doesn't want to fight her. And as she leaves, Aya says something on the lines of, "Roleplay isn't fun if you don't believe it," or something like that. But it just means you have to stick to the limits, or something of the sorts. This is a very interesting point, because what was she role playing as? Was she role playing when it came to? Shut the fuck up.
What, you hear me? You hear me whisper?
Yeah,
I just remember what I want to say.
It sounded like you whispered right next to the microphone.
Really? I want to say I remember what I want to say now.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, about my interpretation of the story.
Okay. No.
Sure.
Let me go back to my point then.
Yeah, you finish yours first.
So what was she trying to roleplay as? Was she trying to roleplay when it came to Tengu society? Or was she trying to roleplay as the freedom the White Wolf has? Now, when she roleplays as part of Tengu society, she technically does not go stray far from the limits. So I believe it's not that. This is where I concluded Aya is talking about Momiji playing wolf. Actually, now that I think about it, I do remember her actually stating that, saying to Momiji, "Are you done playing wolf?" So she is role-playing as the White Wolf. This part was very interesting because it technically is a way of saying you can role-play what you want. Don't just never meet it in reality, because you will be broken. You will break at the sight of what reality for what you are role-playing as is. And that's what happens. That's what happened when Momiji chased the boar too far. She was too into her hunting dog instincts that she didn't check herself. She roleplayed too hard that she broke the limit. And that was when she met reality. Reality being the White Wolf. And because she met reality, she technically breaks from the fact that, well, reality is not as dreamy as it was supposed to be. And that's technically what I learned. However, in the end, she actually keeps the White Wolf's teeth as a necklace. I don't know what that represents, though. Either it represents her accepting that she has responsibilities, and thus she has killed off her wild side, but still keeps it as like a trophy to show people that, you know, I killed off my wild side, or a part of her still respects the White Wolf. I don't know what it is. Do you have any ideas?
Well, considering your interpretations of the story, I think the necklace represents that it's like, how should I say? It's like combine, you know, it's combine her unwillingness to have a normal life and her desire to have a wild life, and then they mix it together. So yeah, like right now her current self is the normie life, and then she's wearing a necklace, the wild side.
Yeah, her current self is her normie life, because she does say at the end that it is her job to do it. She has accepted the fact that she is part of Tengu society, that she has her duties in Tengu society.
And she you can also say that she will never forget about it.
I guess
she still cares about it. She still wish for it occasionally.
I suppose we could go with that interpretation, that a part of her still has that desire for wildness.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. So that's your Galaxy Brain tag on
it's
this
not even
story.
A Galaxy Brain tag. I mean, this is how you are. I suppose this could be
Mine isn't that deep.
You can get interpretations of stuff.
Mine isn't that deep. Okay. Let me tell you how I see this story. Momiji, she wanna be wild. She hates her current life, and she sees the wolf. She wish she can be like the wolf. And then in the climax, when she fights the wolf, she realizes that she cannot be like the wolf, because if she's like the wolf, she is
Feral.
Yeah, the wolf is too wild, and she doesn't want to be like the wolf. It's way too wild, and
She doesn't want to be as vicious, as merciless as the wolf. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, as she doesn't want to. The wolf is too. Yeah, it's too extremes, but she still doesn't want her current life, which is too Ngomi.
Yeah, I suppose it's just to tickle the fancy of the White Wolf's
Wait, is my interpretation the same as yours?
Mm-hmm. Technically the same, but you
Damn
just
it.
came to the
I
conclusion
don't know.
technically a lot easier than.
I don't know why I think it's different from yours, like slightly different. Now I've just reiterated, and it's actually the same. The big plot twist.
We're both the same people.
No, we are not. Screw that shit.
For fuck's sake, you could have laughed at that.
Okay. Do you have anything else to add to the story?
Well, knowing that this is the first time Zonose has had a doujin, maybe technically the first time he had a doujin about the Tengu, what do you think of his characterization?
It's classic Zonose stuff. I mean,
I suppose.
This definitely Zonose style. And Zonose, I like. Well, if I look for Toho Doujin story, I want to look for serious stories. So Zonose is a gold mine of Toho Doujins for me.
Yeah, true. He has very good doujins.
And they're all serious ones. They're all serious ones, and they are all pretty cool.
Wait, what? They're all.
Oh yeah, no. They are not. Yeah, they are comedies. I didn't know Zonose do comedies until you tell me to read these doujins. And
from what I have seen, some of his older stuff is basically just comedy. There's that Yuyuko and Yukari gag doujin. The one where
I didn't read it.
What the fuck?
No, I didn't read.
It is a literal classic. It's just what the fuckism.
I didn't read every Zonose stories. Okay.
You disappoint me.
I don't read as much Toho Doujin as you.
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, anything else to add? I don't have anything to add.
Are you literally not going to point out that Hatate is literally... Never mind.
Hatate is literally what?
Nah, I don't know. I was going to say a shut-in, but then I remembered everyone writes her as a shut-in. In some sense. In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do.
That's the lore.
Zonose's... Really?
I mean, the lore, she is a shut-in.
I don't really remember that part.
Yes. She doesn't like to go outside.
Is it in one of the print works or something?
It's in the game. The spin-off games.
Okay, never mind.
Double spoiler.
Yeah, I actually do prefer Zonose's Hatate. Because there's a certain charm to her for some reason. I don't really know how to explain it, honestly.
Well.
Oh, she's a little cuter than others Hatates I've seen, I guess.
Too bad not all the doujins you are going to talk about is about her. The next one is about Aya.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah. So the next one is not used. The title is Not Used to the Wind. Yeah, and it's about Aya. She found a girl and she takes care of the girl, and it doesn't end well.
No, it's not. For those listening, it's not because she eats a girl. No, this is
It's much more complicated. Actually, I don't really understand this story. This is a story I don't really understand.
What? How? How do you not understand this one, but understood hunting dogs fan almost
because hunting dog fan is way simpler.
No.
Okay.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
I wrote a note. I wrote a bunch of notes on this story. Okay, I tried to read it out.
Okay.
So, okay, just to go into more details. So Aya, she found. Okay, no. Oh, okay. There's a report of a case of a Tengu eating humans, and Aya went and investigated, and she knows who is the culprit, and the culprit is a human girl who she has taken care of. She has adopted before, and then there's a flashback. There are flashback scenes of Aya found her lying somewhere, and her face is very ugly, and I don't know what causes her face to be like that. Is it because of typhoon? It's implied.
It could. From what
it's
I
implied
remember,
to be,
it's just an injury. Like
it's injury on her face.
Severe injury on the face.
And it basically turns her into Freddy Krueger.
I suppose it does turn her into something of the sort.
Yeah, the face is really ugly, and
dude, she is so injured. They literally say she cannot be considered human anymore if she returns to the human village. She
Freddy
is
Krueger.
Bad.
Well,
which is pretty sad.
Yeah, but I don't know. Aya thinks she cannot return to the human society. But in my opinion,
it literally the Tengu society itself says she cannot go back to human society.
Yeah, which I don't really agree. Oh yeah, really? I thought Tengu is not Aya herself.
I think if I remember correctly, it was the Tengu society who just said maybe not.
I thought it's Aya herself who think that. Well, anyway, I think I don't really agree with that. I think she can still return to the society. I think people can still accept.
You need to understand the context of the human village or something like that. The human village is pretty, I suppose, story-wise, it has always been a relatively conservative sort of thing. They are very superstitious. They get scared very easily because, of course, they have to get scared. If they're not scared of yokai, the yokai cease to exist. What are the chances that they will not really see? What the fuck?
In the lore, the humans and yokai, they do befriend, they do drink together. Yokai visit the village.
Those are only in very specific circumstances, and you have
not very specific.
Fucking face.
I know, but she can wear a mask. If she wears a mask, she can live fine among the society. That's why I argue. She actually still has a human life. I argue she still can have a human life.
I don't really like that idea. I suppose there's also a need to understand how Zonosuke portrays the human village. There's also a need to understand what time was this when he drew this doujin. Was this before there were a lot of talks about the human village does have some yokai friends and stuff? Was this at a time when most people assumed the human village wasn't very welcoming to yokai? The
yokai can visit human village, and human village is a safe place, so human can socialize with the yokai in that village. It's a law. It's in the law.
However, it is also in the law that the human village has the capacity to be super superstitious. Especially in if I remember correctly, Forbidden Scroll.
Okay.
A lot of stuff about urban legends, urban myths.
I know. Okay. I know.
They could misconstrue a superstition about the girl. They could do it very easily as well, I suppose. Knowing her appearance, they could just say, she's some sort of ghoulish yokai or some shit.
If she acts more friendly, as long as she acts fine, and even though despite her looks, if she acts fine, acts properly in the village, people will accept her. Maybe will accept her as maybe another yokai or something, but maybe a friendly yokai.
Dude, that's asking a lot from someone who literally lost her face.
Yes.
I would not really be expecting her to be so accommodating so quickly.
I know it would take a while. And it all depends. It all depends on the person. I think if she is strong enough. Okay, speaking of that, she isn't really strong enough, and that's why the story doesn't end well, because she's not strong enough.
Is it because she's not strong enough, or because she has the priorities elsewhere?
Why so? What do you mean by priorities?
Because remember, she was being taught by Aya to try and see if she can herself be something of a Tengu just in name.
No, Aya,
not in like speaking.
No, Aya is teaching her to be a Tengu. Aya is teaching her to be Tengu.
She's teaching her how to, ride the wind and shit. I guess. However,
but she's a human. She cannot be like a Tengu. She doesn't have the ability for it. She's not Tarzan. No, maybe she can be Tarzan.
Aya literally says she will teach her, I suppose, the ways of the Tengu or something like that.
Yes, Aya is teaching her the ways of the Tengu.
Trying to see if she can. I think she does fly. I don't remember.
Yes, she does fly.
She does fly.
But when they fight, she doesn't fly. And she doesn't use any magic. She just carries a butcher knife.
That could just be because she has, in a sense, devolved in some sense of the word.
That's because she's weak.
Very feral.
Yeah.
Is it because
wait.
I keep saying it's because her priorities are elsewhere. Remember, she doesn't want to accommodate the wind. She doesn't want to ride the wind. She hates the wind. She has an odd, I guess, love-hate relationship with the wind. Her priorities aren't in that she wants to become a Tengu. Her priorities are in she, I guess, maybe wants to find a way to beat the wind or some shit like that.
Why don't beat the meat?
What?
Why doesn't she try to beat the meat? Hello?
I am speechless by that fucking joke you just made. I have no clue what the fuck you're trying to do there. I'm gonna shoot myself now.
That's just a word.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Oh no! Oh my god, what a fucking joke. Jesus Christ. Beat the meat. No, oh no. Why would you do this to me? I hate you now. You're now my worst enemy.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, anyway. Okay. I don't really get this story because, looking at my note, I don't know how should I explain it. Okay. There's a quote by Aya before she kills her. Something about we don't hate wing, we don't love wing is strength, something like that. Those stupid quotes. Or something anxiety and bullshit.
And
I totally don't get that, what she's trying to say. And she say, wing is power, wing is might itself.
Huh. I don't
and then proceeds to kill her. Isn't
it just because the girl was technically disrespecting the wind?
And why does the girl hate the wing? Is it because
the wind was the one that fucking caused the injuries on her? I suppose she has a very weird vendetta against it.
Well, that is weird. And then, but Aya, the Tengus, they use the wing. For the Tengus, wing is like a power for them. And then Aya is teaching her how to be a Tengu. And for that, to teach her how to be a Tengu, she has to control the wing. And since she hates the wing, so she's trying to tell her to control the wing. Control something that she hates.
She cannot be a Tengu because she hates the wind. In fact, I think
Holy
the
fuck.
fact that she hates the wind basically means she is basically disrespecting all of Tengu society, because Tengu powers are based on the wind.
Hey,
If she
suddenly
hates the wind,
that makes a lot of sense.
huh? How did you not think about that?
But why does she eat human meat? That one, what do you think?
It could just be her being more. Actually, yeah, that is a good question. Why would she eat?
I'm thinking. Here's my interpretations. Because Tengus are still yokai, so they eat human meat. And since she has been trying to be a Tengu for a while, and then
that is true. I remember. There is in the doujin. It does say there is an old story about Tengu kidnapping humans.
Yeah.
I think that is what the girl is trying to replicate.
Really?
But
why does she eat human meat? She doesn't need to eat any human meat.
It could be that maybe in the old stories of the Tengu do eat the humans. I don't know. If the Tengu did eat the humans, maybe she's trying to replicate that. She still wants to be Tengu, but she cannot be Tengu because she hates the wind. Hello?
The first time I read these doujins, when I look at one of the page, I thought that Aya has fed her meat, human meat. And that's why when she's by herself, she eats human meat. That's what I think. Instead of she's actually trying to abduct human. I think she eats humans. She cannibalizes. She practices cannibalism because when she's under care by Aya, she has been eating meat, human meat.
I don't know. It doesn't really imply anywhere that
it does imply. I argue it does imply in the page right after she talks to Momiji. Okay, after she killed the girl. She meets Momiji, and then there's a quote. Okay. So Aya always says the human flesh are filled with emotions. I think is it? Yeah. And then filled with emotions, and yet it doesn't taste good at all, does it? And then the panel is between Aya and the girl.
That doesn't even establish the fact that she gives the girl meat. No, I don't see that. It is just a flashback to a point in time where she did have an emotional connection with the girl, where she did see the girl as family.
Okay, fine.
That was why she was talking about emotions and the quality of the meat.
Then there's another interpretations. No.
There is no interpretation that says she actually introduces human meat into the girl's diet. I do not see that. There is no way.
Really?
And even then, I keep thinking, if I were to sit down and look at this image and try to interpret it the way you did, I would be going hours. No, there is no way to see this.
Okay,
I don't think so. No, when she was talking about human meat filled with emotions, remember, in the beginning of the doujin, there was a point, where Aya visits Reimu and Sumireko because they found a cute little bird and they're trying to keep the bird. She has this quote where she says, "Flesh filled with emotions has a unique flavor."
Yeah.
And that's basically it's basically looping to that when she says like, filled with, flesh filled with emotions. Basically after her meeting with Momiji is basically looping back to that idea. I mean, she even licks a bit of blood off of her face, the blood from the girl, just to prove that is the case, and that is not the case.
Okay, maybe I interpreted wrongly. I would just say I interpreted very wrongly. Then I'll just say I overlook another thing. It's actually very simple. Why she eats human meat?
What would that be?
She's living by herself in the forest. She has nothing to eat. She has no choice. So she eats human meat.
But why would it take her this long?
Sorry?
Why would it take her this long, though?
She's desperate. She wants to survive.
Interesting. I mean, I suppose there doesn't really seem to be... No. Why does she keep the Tengu mask, then? Because remember, if the old stories of the Tengu kidnapping humans have them eating meat, does that mean because she keeps the mask, she is still trying to be Tengu?
Wait, do they mention?
Adhere to the...
Wait. Do they really mention that when Tengu abducts people, they abduct human, they eat the human meat? Do they say that?
There doesn't seem to be anything here. So I suppose that interpretation is very flimsy.
So I just think she's abducting human because she has nothing to eat.
It could just be because she has nothing to eat. But why would the fact that Tengu do kidnap humans, why would that be mentioned? Because in most of these kinds of stories, if you mention something that's fucking useless, that's bad writing.
No.
Mention this twice.
It's actually for a purpose. Because Aya taking care of her is kind of like Tengu's abducting humans.
But this is not an actual
And Aya let her go because when Tengu abducts human, they have to let the human go. That's how the tradition
go.
Yes, Aya let her go.
She disappears. She vanishes. But Aya doesn't.
Aya was planning to let her go.
Really? No. I see it. I see where this is. She says it's customary for Tengu to return those abducted after a few years. But she adds, that's what the higher-ups decided to tell me. Whether or not she was actually interested in letting her go, I don't think this quote supports the idea that she wanted to let her go.
Yeah, I agree. But when it's customary, so yeah, it's a custom. So if there's a custom like this, then why is it a custom for Tengus to eat adopted human? Since they will release the humans after a few years.
True. That is true. So she doesn't. Sorry.
So
in any case, we could assume that your interpretation of why she would eat humans is therefore correct. She's eating humans because she is desperate. She has come so low, she herself has become a, I guess, man-eating yokai by this point? Or pseudo-yokai? Because you can turn into a yokai.
Wait. Hold on first. I have two questions right now. The first thing is, why doesn't she turn into a yokai? The second thing is, how does she survive outside the human village as a human? Because outside the human village is very dangerous. Because there are yokai everywhere.
We could actually assume it's because of the Tengu mask. That maybe some yokai don't want to touch her. However, there is nothing in the doujin that implies this.
The doujin doesn't touch. The doujin doesn't touch.
Speculation. Yes, it is only speculation on my part as to why no yokai seems to have attacked her at all.
Yeah, that's your speculation. But to me, we don't know anything about this because the doujin doesn't touch anything on both of those things. Well, maybe plot holes? Wait.
Dude, we don't even know how long she's been out in the wild. Has it been a few years?
Okay, that's also a plot hole.
It's not a plot hole, more or less than it's just a detail that we just weren't shown.
how long has this been going on? I mean, has she been? How long has she been in the wild? Is it before the first incident? Is it before the formation of Genshokyo? We don't even know. Yeah.
Good question.
So, do you have?
I mean, this is technically before hunting dog's Fang, because Momiji does not have the necklace. If you see Momiji after the flashback, like when she meets Aya, she has the necklace from hunting dog's Fang.
Really?
There is continuity. Did you not notice the teeth? This is basically a sequel, in a sense, to Hunting Dog's Fang.
Oh, what if every Yakumi Sarai story takes place in the same universe? Have you thought about that?
If I remember correctly, Momizi Roll has the necklace as well. Momizi Roll is literally
okay.
One
Then
of
this is basically the Yakumi Sarai cinematic universe.
The cinematic. Jesus fucking Christ.
Holy mother! There's the necklace. It's the same, exact same. I didn't pay attention to it. You know, when I was reading all these doujin, I actually wonder about it. Like, do they all take place in the same universe? Is this a Yakumi Sarai cinematic universe? And
I suppose.
oh my god, it's true. It's really a cinematic. Wow. Okay. Now we should just wait for someone to adapt everything into a big budget Hollywood movies.
No, I don't want that. I don't think Zonos' art style can translate very well into most stuff.
I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Wow.
But what is the actual theme of the story? Hunting Dog's Fang, I think has a theme about, reality versus what you want. Or
expectation versus reality.
Expectation versus reality. Yes, expectation. I suppose it is something like that. But what is this about? Because the one important thing is the idea of, having, I suppose, some sort of emotional connection to something you own or something you are taking care of. Like, Reimu and Sumireko and the bird is basically parallel to Aya and the girl. But what is it really trying to say? I'm not really able to get a beat on that.
I never thought about that.
How did you not think about that? The theme is literally introduced to you almost immediately into the story.
I don't think it has. No, wait. I'm saying I don't think it has a story. Like maybe there's a point. There's a point Yakumi Sarai trying to say, but if you want me to say what's its theme, I don't know. I never talk about it.
Oh well.
Yeah, it will take a while for me maybe to figure out what's its theme. But it does. It probably has a theme. Every story has a theme.
Every story technically has a theme if you look hard enough.
Yeah. Maybe it's about the parental care, adoption.
Parental care, I suppose.
Adoption. But it has a substantial focus on the girl falling to this degree, like having to eat human meat and then carrying a butcher knife.
Yes, but it is. But the backdrop of it.
When you think about it, she's basically a slasher villain. She becomes a slasher villain. So, and Freddy Krueger is a slasher villain. Maybe the theme is about the slasher. This is actually a slasher doujin.
Holy shit! I think you're right. I mean, no, actually, yeah, she is pretty much a slasher now that I think about it. But a slasher technically has a very high body count.
She will be a mask.
Oh my god.
And
holy shit.
What do you mean by high body count? We don't know how many humans she has. We don't know how many humans she has killed.
Actually, let me check. What is the implication? How many people died to her? What is implied?
Who knows? Who knows? But she has killed people. and in a very isolated area, in this case the forest, and live in a cave in a dark area. And then she get killed by a character that's not from the slasher, that shouldn't be in a slasher movie because the character is overpowered as fuck. I mean, if it's a final girl, it will take a lot of effort. But this is a overpowered character who can manipulate the wing and is probably as fast as the Flash. And then just kill her, and we didn't even see the corpse. Maybe the corpse is destroyed as well. Okay, that's all the joke I want to say. Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say? Oh yeah, the team. I don't know. Even if you're trying to say it's about parental or about adoptions, I don't really think it fits.
I think it is just about emotional connection or something like that.
Emotional connection. It's one of the team.
Connection.
It's for Aya. Aya's character arc.
Emotional connection for something that I suppose you can see it lower than you. Because for Sumireko and Reimu, it is a bird. Just a simple little bird. For Aya, it is a human. Tengu are usually seen higher in terms of like humans and shit.
For the slasher villain, it's the wing.
I suppose. No, there's a part where Aya notes that the girl, even though she has left like Aya's care, even though she has left the Tengu and shit, she still keeps the mask. Even though she hates the wind, why would she still wear the mask? That is literally what Aya asks right after she meets Momizi.
Maybe she still cares about the Tengu. Who knows?
Or she still cares about Aya herself.
But she tries to kill Aya.
Maybe because she's gone too deep.
Gone to what?
Ooh. Maybe because she's gone too deep. Into the deep end. She's gone a little crazy.
Well, I told you this story is much deeper than Hunting Dogs fan.
It is very on the surface level. It's much easier to notice stuff, but you can go very deep in some of Zonos' doujins. For Hunting Dogs Fang, for me, it was very hard for me to look at it on a surface level. I had to go deep before I understood it better. It's basically low skill floor, high skill ceiling. For like, I guess, for this doujin. But it has high skill floor, not as high skill ceiling when it comes to like hunting dogs fangs.
I see.
Something like that. Just for me, I guess.
Well, do you have anything else to add?
Not really. I don't think so.
Okay, then let's move on to the third one, which is Raider Tengu.
Raider Tengu.
I don't think I have anything else to say aside from, well, it's pretty funny. I like to see.
Pretty funny.
I just find two things very funny in this manga. Which is out of all the jokes. Hatate sent Aya the photo that the Nyemungo Sakata. I don't remember her name. I'm looking up in the wiki. That Sakata treats her very well, and she wants to live at her side from now on. And she will send a message. And then she have a photo and a selfie of herself.
She literally changes her name from Himekaido Hatate to Sakata Hatate. She literally joins Nemuno's family just because she loves how good she is treated there. It's so hilarious. So out of left field. This is a great little gag manga.
And then the other one is Aya gets headshot by Sakata. And then Sakata tells the boy, "Yay, tonight we will have We have bird meat.
Yeah, this is this is one of Zonose's doujins that isn't really there for substance. It's just there because it is a total gag. It is just there to make people laugh. And
so I only find these two jokes funny. The rest are not as funny. Actually, when I read this, I didn't realize it's a comedy manga up until the Hatate sending the photo to Ayas, and then I realized it's a comedy.
How did you not think it was a comedy from like literally the first page?
At the time,
she literally asks, "Wanna go and raid the mountain hags?" She with that face. How can you laugh at that? How can you not laugh at that face?
Because I don't find it funny.
And even then, look at the composition of how he draws everything throughout this doujin. It is nowhere near as
dark.
There's no serious vibe. No, there's no serious vibe to how he places certain things in this doujin, in how he panels it, how he does the paneling, how he puts the characters. It's not as dramatic. It is not as as I've said before, it doesn't have the serious feeling as other doujins.
It's more casual. It's more casual in how he puts the panels.
More casual. Everything looks more casual.
I mean, it's much shorter. It's like only 12 page.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah. Okay. Really, there isn't really. I don't really have anything much to say about this chapter.
I mean, I suppose his interpretation of Aya is actually pretty unique, especially since we don't really have that many doujins about the Toho 16 characters yet.
We don't know anything about Sakata.
We didn't know anything about most of the characters when they first came out. That is not too good of an excuse.
Not really. Actually, I do think that Aya has plenty of screen time in Toho lore, unlike Hatate or Momiji. So, and this one, Aya in this comedy story, I think, well, no, I can't say accurate. I mean, it's more kind of, she's portrayed like this because her newspapers are biased as fuck, and her newspapers are not reliable.
Wait, how did you come to that conclusion?
It's in the lore.
Through the fact that her stuff is biased. How did you come to the conclusion that is how she is being portrayed? Can you give me an explanation?
Okay, so the meme with Aya's newspaper is that her newspapers are unreliable, and she just tries to aim for
I know this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and okay, there's a page where she just says, "Scoop: Mountain hags exposed. Village children thought inviolable, hidden by hags. Read the whole story."
That seems to be just like one. That is just one joke, though. It's not It's not the entire.
That sounds like one thing that Aya totally will do in the actual lore, because her newspaper are unreliable, and that's what she trying. Okay, that's actually what she has done in the. What's the print work again? The latest Aya print work. Do you know the name?
I don't know.
No, I'm looking it up. Okay, so alternative facts in Eastern Utopia. In that book, she has changed a lot of the actual facts to make it more interesting. There's a article where what's that girl again? Miko, yeah, Miko. She's trying.
The one where she does the speech, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one does the speech. Once she does the speech, I changed the whole story. So this I don't find this joke funny, but I do think this is kind of based on the lore. based on how Aya is in the lore. And that's why
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree.
Jongo say they pick this gag that Mountain Hakes exposed and village children told inviolable. Yeah.
Oh.
And so etc.
Yeah, I mean, there a lot of people do portray certain gags with Aya like this. She is basically the fake news girl of the entire Toho cast.
I wouldn't say fake news. I would say
exaggerated news, yellow journalism.
Terrible news. A terrible news reporter. Not really terrible. I cannot say terrible. It's like
no. She writes her news very well. She just writes it very.
No, I won't say writes well. It's like, what should I say? Sensitized? No, not sensitized.
Sensational.
Sensationalize. Yeah, sensationalize the news. She likes to sensationalize stuff.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what her character has always been, to sensationalize, to, sell newspapers.
Yeah, she's trying to sell newspapers, but it's actually you shouldn't do that as a journalist. No one should do that. Of course,
you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, but Aya does that. Aya do that. It's immoral to do it, but Aya does it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And okay, do you have anything else to add?
Not really. Other than the fact that yes, the Momiji's wolf teeth necklace is there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, okay. I think
I have this odd feeling that this may be the first Nemuno doujin out there. One that at the very least has her as a focal character in the doujin. Because do you remember any... Because I don't remember if there's one that's earlier than this.
I don't remember if there is any doujin with Toho 16 characters in it.
There are quite a few right now, actually. There are quite a few.
Not surprised.
Most of the time, it's usually just with Okina and her two servants.
I see. Are there Toho porn doujin about Okina?
I don't think I have seen one. There is quite a few lewd drawings, but anything substantial? I don't think so.
Okay, now you can move on to the last one. Momizi Roll. My favorite out of these four.
Why would it be your favorite?
Because it's structured. Okay, for me, it's structured like a episode of a cute girls does cute things.
I mean, I suppose
I'm serious.
It is a very cutesy.
Okay.
It is
I don't think it's cutesy. It's like like a slice of life episode.
Then what the fuck is it then?
It's like a slice of life episode. I'm like watching a very episodic slice of life episode, and it's not very serious. It's not too serious, but I don't really find it too funny, but I enjoys it. It reminds me of slice of life, and yeah, and I really enjoys it, even though I don't really find it funny. And then the cast and the cast of characters in it are quite unique for me. Like, you don't really see Sakuya and Momiji together.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't see Sakuya and Momiji together, even though they both are very much dogs. Ding. Wink. Wink.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for not laughing, man.
It's not funny.
That's fine.
Okay, Okinawa has hentai doujin. There are quite a few.
Oh yeah, thanks for fucking checking that for me. Yeah, sure. Thanks for confirming that. Wow, you're so helpful. Why would you do this?
Because there's a laptop in front of me. Why don't I do it?
There's a laptop in front of me right now, but I'm not fapping to panding fucking hentai and shit.
Why will I be fapping while doing a recording? Who even does that?
Fucking sarcastic joke, man. Come on.
Who even does that? Okay, anyway.
I don't know. Maybe. Actually, no. What the fuck was that guy named? Who cares?
Okay, anyway. Do you have anything to say about Momizi Roll?
Momiji's disguise, when she goes to the human village, is the most adorable fucking thing I've ever seen.
I forgot. How does it look like?
How did you forget? It is so...
Guys, it's not very memorable.
If that costume is not incorporated into canon, I will fucking riot.
Oh, okay. This is... Well, that's a very fancy clothing.
I wanna hug her.
That doesn't look like a Japanese. That doesn't look like Japanese clothing. It's like it looks like
more Western.
Yeah.
Western inspired.
Yeah, and it's a good fashion. You know, it's a very cool fashion.
Yep, nice fashion.
Momizi has a fashion style. Ooh.
She is the fashion leader.
What's a fashion leader?
Fashion leader.
Fashion leader.
I just said it in
okay.
Yeah, I just said it in like a very odd, very interesting very weird accent.
I see.
Fashion leader.
This shop has some joint business with the Scarlet Devil mentioned.
Yep.
Well.
No, I think the funny. Did you not find it funny when it is revealed that Momiji put I think it was deer brain into the rope?
No.
How? It's literally Zono says is literally making fun of himself for having cannibalism appear almost in nearly every doujin he has ever made.
I mean, it's yokai. And at first it's yokai. Second, Momiji is a wolf. Of course, she eats meat.
No, it is not the fact that she eats meat that's funny. It's the fact that Sanae literally ate it, thought to herself, "Wow, this feels like real raw."
I don't find it funny. I don't find it funny.
I swear to God, I am actually very confused and very frustrated at your sense of humor.
Oh yeah, there's one thing There's one thing that's funny in this. There's only one joke in this entire doujin. I find that funny. When no one
was it the cow fowl?
No, the judge. No judge appears.
Oh yes, that is fair.
Aya says she uses her connections, and no one comes to judge
which
the
is
food.
Very sad.
I only find that funny.
How sad.
I don't really find that. Well, the fact that everything is made of meat that funny. Maybe because Momizi. Well, if they build it up maybe because they have built it up like Momiji only eats meat. So I will not be surprised if Momiji try to incorporate meat into bread.
I don't know.
I will be surprised if Momiji try to do this.
I think it's more or less a very meta joke.
Oh yeah, I didn't read a whole lot of Yakumi Sarai's doujins, unlike you, so I didn't know that cannibalism is a running gag in his works.
Yeah. But even then, just the reaction of Sanae should at least elicit something from you?
No. Well, Sanae eats...
Look, okay, first of all, you need to understand. I always try to be very impartial about judging people. But fuck, I don't know what makes it funny for me and what makes it funny for you. Not funny for me. What made that scene funny for me was just the fact that it seems to come out of left field. There's very little build-up. It slaps you in your face. But once it slaps you in your face, you come to realize, oh, holy shit, that makes sense. I have never seen this before. It's actually pretty fucking funny when you actually see it. and I just like reaction faces in general.
Well,
There's a certain
actually, wait.
faces.
How should I say? Maybe if I find something funny, if I want you to find something funny, I have to not see it before. I mean, it's a common. Okay, let's say that Sarai eating that thing and then describing it, and then it turns out it's something weird, and then she just puke it out. It's a kind of a very common joke structure, don't you think? Like this kind of joke actually appears pretty often in comedies.
However, this joke is based on the fact that that the premise is roll cakes. Roll cakes are usually filled with cream. This story is basically trying to put you down. It's trying to calm you down to thinking, oh, it's just gonna be a normal gag doujin baizo no se.
And it's actually a normal gag doujin. It's clearly a gag.
Dude, nobody has a gag manga or about cannibalism. Which is why this gag doujin is so different.
No.
What the fuck?
No, it doesn't matter what it's about. I don't care why. No, okay. No, I don't care. Okay, doesn't matter if it's about cannibalism or fetish or panties or schools or universities or universe or meta or physics or whatever things. It's just that the fact that Sarai eats it and then describing it, and then when Momizi told her what it's about and then she puked it out, that whole structure is a very common jokes. Very common comedy scene. And
you know what?
At this
point, I actually pity you.
It's like, okay, it's like
the way you say it, it sounds as if you are just not enjoying quite a lot of stuff anymore by this point. You have seen too much comedy.
Yeah,
you cannot care any less.
Yeah, fuck you.
Anymore.
It's actually, well, even though I don't find anything in this doujin funny aside from the judge scene.
The judges, yeah.
I already say this is my favorite out of all the four.
This is your favorite. It has. I'm under the impression that it is very charming. It is, as you said before, it is very slice of life-ish.
Yeah,
like you like slice of
charming
life.
is a accurate word.
Yeah,
I do find this charming.
A certain feeling. Maybe there's like a certain feeling you get from this doujin that does not correlate with comedy. It correlates with the nice feeling that slice of life anime or manga gives you.
I mean, slice of life is one of my favorite genre. Yeah. Well, I need more. I need to read more Toho doujin. Slice of life Toho doujin. I didn't see any Toho slice of life Toho doujin aside from maybe
Because in front of the shrine is basically a slice of life. It's just in a 4-koma style, which you don't like.
And it's unfunny, and I don't think it doesn't use its medium as silent manga well.
I'll kill you for this.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, do you have anything else to add?
I don't know, other than the fact that I don't really respect your comedic tastes. Technically, I have never respected it, if only because of the fact that I don't know what it is. I still don't know what it is.
I also don't know what it is, but I also don't know what it is. But I know that I can find stuff funny. That's what I know.
You know you have a heart that beats.
The meat.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't take that too seriously. Yes. You can find things funny. The problem is our comedic appreciation is very different. So different that it's making it very hard for you to understand what you like.
I mean, I want to show my friend the comedy scenes I find funny, and my friends don't get it.
Can you show me what these scenes are, just so I can see whether or not I have some sort of
Now, when I look back at it, I don't find it funny anymore. But back then, why I find it funny, I can understand why. I think there's good enough build up for it. Yeah. Okay, I will say to you, it's like 50 million years ago. Okay. So, do you have anything else to add?
No. I have nothing else to add. These four doujins were pretty good doujins. We did have a bit of discussion because I suppose we had a bit of dissonance when it came to our interpretations. And I have no idea whether or not this is what you fuckers wanted when it comes to talking about Toho doujins. But we are a bit tired, so I suppose that's what's pulling this podcast a bit down. It's slowing the podcast down a bit.
Really? I think it's fine.
I don't know.
I think our pace
is energetic than what we were doing before.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty fine. Yeah, I think it's pretty fine.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I think it goes. I'm surprised this recording goes this well. I don't expect it to go that well.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Okay.
It does have a lot of interesting comments by us, I think.
Well,
I suppose it could work.
Okay.
Going places.
So yeah, we finish this. Yeah, we finish this four doujin. What are we going to do next? What is the next episode about?
That's a good question.
Have you? Okay, then when you. Well, do you want to do something different or you want to stick to doujin?
I was thinking to just stick to doujins, honestly.
Because
unless you want to do the fan fiction episode,
No, I mean I want to make these Toho doujins. Well, no, not Toho doujin, like Toho fan content. Well, as many as possible. So we'll probably cover the fan anime, the MMDs in the future.
Actually, that is a pretty. Actually, yeah, I think we could do that. The fan anime kind of.
And then fan fictions. Well, fan fiction. I wish I can do it, but too bad I'm suck at reading.
I might as well tell you all about it. But then again, you're not a guy who likes to just sit down and listen. From the looks of it.
It doesn't work as a podcast. It doesn't work enough as a podcast.
What are you trying to tell me?
Because there isn't any two-way.
No. Are you trying to tell me that recounting the craziest fanfiction is not good podcast material? What?
Well, I can go read it. I
have a few stories.
I can go read it and then we can talk about it.
I will
try my best for the sake of this series.
No. I don't know, man. Either you actually try your best and read fanfiction, or I want to remember the fanfiction I've read, and I tell you as if I am telling to my son the crazy stories of my childhood. What the fuck is happening in the fanfiction?
No.
Okay then.
I don't want to do that.
It's like an immediate no.
Well,
like you look at me. You look at me with testable eyes. You go.
You can do that. You can do that, but you can make that episode just one host, and there's you.
That's boring. I'd rather have someone react to this shit.
Yeah, there's podcast. There are podcasts that's done by one host.
I don't know. I'd rather it be reacted by another person because I have talked about podcasts about fanfiction stories with other people, and it is a whole lot funner when you have another person going, "Wait, what the fuck?" to like the stories.
Hell no!
I swear to God, it's fun.
Okay, and so I'm interested in cover MMDs, fan anime, maybe fan fiction.
We could do the fan anime next, actually.
The next episode? Which one?
Yeah.
There are 4.
The more official looking one.
Oh, okay. You mean the Memories of Phantasm?
Yes.
Sure. We can cover that. for the next episode. Memories of Phantasm.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. What I'm gonna say again? Yeah. Okay. MMD, fan fictions, fan anime, doujins,
Fan games.
yeah, fan games and albums are two things we can cover.
Ooh, albums. I don't know how to talk about music.
Yeah. And meanwhile, on fan games, it will take. I don't know how long it will take for us to beat it. I need to take,
Don't worry,
take some
I
time
already
out
know.
we will take some time out to play the games, and it depends on what kind of game it is. If it's a shmups or RPG, it will take forever.
No, it wouldn't take. Shmups wouldn't take fucking forever. What are you talking about?
It takes forever because if you wanna know, we can if we just go through the game with credits, it doesn't. We won't know as much. If we go to the game,
No, that's a bit odd to say. I'm under the impression that we don't need to suddenly beat the shmup in lunatic to suddenly go, yeah, now I have something to say about the shmup. That's a bit extreme.
oh,
isn't it?
so you are saying that we just playing for like 1 or 2 hours and then we can talk about it?
No. We play it casually. We play however many times we like before the podcast.
No,
You know, we collect
okay.
our own information. What the hell we want to say. That kind of stuff.
No, I still don't want to do it because there's too many kind of fan games, and okay, even if shmups we can potentially do it casually, there's still RPGs and visual novels, and then maybe some games that have bonus content, who knows. And then I have a kind of like an OCD tendency. Like I want to explore as much as possible, and I don't know when is it right to consider that we have explored everything in a game. And there's also that we need to take some time out to play a game, which actually takes a lot of time. I don't know if I have time to do that.
I guess.
Even though, yeah, I'm actually interested in covering fan games. I love video games. But yeah, fan games is a bit hard.
Should we just keep it to the more non-interactive stuff?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh well.
So the next episode is about Memories of Phantasm.
Yep.
Which is currently have like 11 episodes, is it?
Have they got to the Moria shrine yet?
Have they
Because they've been
finished?
teasing that for so fucking long.
I think that's not a tease.
Have you not seen like the end scene? Like
I know what you're trying to say, but I don't think that's a tease. I mean, they tease Mountain of Faith.
then what the fuck is a tease?
But it never. Okay, they tease it and then they never care about it again. So I assume it
That's
doesn't.
basically a fucking tease. Tease with.
But they didn't bother about it again.
Wait, so if I tease someone, but I never bother them about it again, it's not a tease.
I mean, considering the structure of that show, I say okay. It's a complex story, and we will just leave it for the next episode. I'll explain to you why. Remind me to explain why. Okay, and now we will just leave it at here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here.
So for the audience who have listened this up to the end, once again, thanks for listening, and goodbye.